Welcome, friends. Welcome to today's Reconsider It live stream. Best live stream you're going to see all day. And here on this live stream, you are going to get a very nice hour of some vocals only live looping, all being made up together, original music. I'm bringing in the synth as well. We might chat it up. You have permission to speak in the chat. We'll see how that goes. Man, who knows what you're going to get in this next hour or more. It's called Tinkering in the Studio. You made the right decision joining us. Right now here in the chat, in the live. I see we have got Thomas! Also, the dude himself, Cornish, dropped a message earlier. Said he wants to swing by if he can. Thomas is appreciating the fact that this one is in G major on this stream. Yep, G major. We got the BPM on the bottom as well. On the bottom of the screen, that is. For my musician friends who like to jam along. If you are new to the Reconsider It live streams, welcome! We want you here. At this time, my friends, we are in a warm-up phase. We are just chilling out, getting warmed up, getting the blood flowing. And here in this warm-up phase where we are just getting ourselves situated and such. Here in this warm-up phase, I need to celebrate. I need to celebrate. Thank you for being here. Whether you are here live with us in the chat, or you are here live with us but you are not in the chat, or you are here with us after the live, you are watching on replay. However it is that you are here with us, thank you for being here. And I'm going to celebrate you at this time in this way. I have got my drink. I am going to count to 3 and I'm going to clink the screen. You are invited to join the rest of us as we cheers along and celebrate our togetherfulness. It comes very soon and we begin on 1. Whoa. But it's coming fast. 2. Yes. 3. Clink. Cheers, my friends. Oh, that's good. I'm a big fan of all of this good. All of this goodness. It's just something I like a lot and want more of. I love connecting with you like this. This is so good. Please like this video. Please subscribe. I could use some subs. Friends, this is really good. We have got a Tinkering in the Studio stream on our hands, and man, it's going to be a really good time. I'm going to bring in the synth even further here. We got the foundation of a beat. I'm going to be building up this beat some more, bringing in synth, and perhaps talking about stuff. The amount that I talk about stuff is influenced greatly by how much live chat there is. And the other day, I think it was actually yesterday, on a very recent stream, whenever it was, whether it was yesterday or another day, one of our regulars indicated that I'm no longer saying with one of our regulars said, I'm back to me. This is me, Recon, saying this next thing. I'm having a bit of a sinusy day today. So there may be a bit of like, hold on for a second, I need to go blow my nose. Or I might sneeze or something. Probably it's going to influence the way that my loops sound. There will likely be an influence on that. As one of my friends in high school once put it, the weather today is, it's like a big sneeze out there. In any case, putting my, weather-related sinus inflammations and sensitivities aside, as I was saying, the amount I speak during a Tinker stream is greatly influenced by how much live chat there is. More chat means I respond to more, and we go off on other tangents, and then other big topics, sort of grow out of that. Or, it leans more heavily on the music side. But the reason I bring this up is, on a very recent stream, one of our regulars indicated that sometimes he might like to say stuff in the chat, but he holds back from doing so because he doesn't want to, he thinks I'm in the middle of playing, and I suppose doesn't want to disrupt or interrupt or distract me or something along those lines. And I appreciate that level of mindfulness. And I say, yes, that's so good. And at the same time, you should still feel very encouraged to say stuff if you do have legitimate things to say. You're just like, oh yeah, here's the thing. You're not trying to be a troll. Yeah, don't do that stuff. There we go. I just opened up the door for all that. Wonderful. But that's what I mean. As long as it's like you're sincere, that's what I mean. If you're sincerely wanting to interact, yeah, go to the chat and put stuff in the chat. I see joining us now in the live, we have EMFOs! I see with us right now. With us right now, we have got Tammy's and also my favorite types of moments in a stream of my own. One of my streams. I love when this happens. This thing that just occurred, and I'm about to hereby describe and illuminate in case it wasn't obvious. But if you rewind, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah, if you rewind just like, let's say 10 minutes from here, go back to when the stream was only 10 minutes deep, you will hear a very different beat with these volume sliders up. I had something very different on these. And it was a little clashy. It was a little, quick to get, redundant, I felt. I needed some change, something a little bit more background. And so I replaced them. And I moved that other instrument that was clashy. I moved it all the way to the left here, and I let it be a little clashy while still being pretty huge. So my comment is as follows. I love it when I can just like totally destroy and then remake the beat. Works pretty well in this case. I feel that was a pretty clear improvement. Demi agrees and says, oh yeah, nice flow today. One of the things I'm really proud of, this is like a major life accomplishment. You're going to be really impressed by this. You're going to be like, all right, listen, I was already really impressed with Reconsider It for a variety of reasons. Now there's going to be more? The answer is yes. Here comes another thing that you are going to be very impressed by. I mentioned that I have these like weather sensitive sinuses, that I'm having a bit of a sinusy day. Today's not the first day that happened. This is something that I've lived with, which is part of the reason I can so, casually and confidently and competently talk about it. Here's the thing you're going to be really impressed by. Because this is something I have experienced and dealt with for a while. That is to say, having a day when I have to blow my nose through the day. This is good. This is what you tuned in for. This is the kind of content you were like, man, I really hope when I tune into this live stream that I'm going to hear about, like, overactive sinuses. I really hope that's the subject matter. I'm going to have to add that to the video description. Is that right? I make make no such commitment at this time, but rather bring it up largely as a joke. See, I do jokes sometimes. Titled this The Path to Susan. All right. Path to Susan. Is that a... Here's my... well, I guess since this music is coming through me, I will not put any spin on that any further. I'm just going to allow that to be as it is, with no further commentary from me. The Path to Susan. Also, we have got with us You know, it just occurred to me. I didn't ever complete my thought about what you would be very impressed with. I was leading up to it by saying that I have spent, you know, a fair amount of time in my life having days like this where I have overactive sinuses and I blow my nose a fair amount. I noticed that my viewers dropped at that point. I said, wow, this is a great subject matter. But I never finished my thought. It's like, how am I going to go half the way through that? So here's the rest of the thought. Here's the part that you're going to be really impressed with. You're already impressed with a long list of things. If you had to list them all out, you'd have certainly multiple that you're very impressed by, that you know of me. Here's one more. I have developed a very high accuracy rate for throwing tissues into the garbage from across the room. So at this time, I'm just going to give you a moment to process this, because your impressed levels right now are just very much enhanced. I understand. I realize you might feel overwhelmed by how impressed you are. It's okay. It is a normal, ordinary, totally within the realms of expected behavior. So I'm just giving you a second to process that. I understand. Might be a lot. I see with us at this time, we have got Viral Me. Liking the new drum layout that I'm using. I'm getting used to it. There's still a little bit of old muscle memory that I'm working through, but it's intuitive, the new layout, so it makes a lot of sense to me. It's easy to work with. I'm picking it up quickly. It's working really well. This is such an awesome enhancement. I'm so excited about it. My regulars know exactly what I'm talking about, but if you're not in the loop, the short version is that I reconfigured my bottom looper. The bottom looper I used for percussion sounds, so all the drums. I used to use only 3 of the loops. I was having an issue. I just, within the past week or so, totally redid how I do my percussion. Now I use all 5 loops. I have 2 very significant enhancements that I implemented. It's working really well. So I'm just commenting on how excited I am about that new enhancement. Only been doing it about a week, but it's already just like really, really much doing the good thing that I did not see coming. That was an awesome enhancement. Thomas says he's busy with video games this week. Did you get a Switch? The new Switch came out, the Switch 2. I haven't had I'm always behind on the video game platforms. If you're wondering whether I got that in the garbage, the answer is yes. 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 Yes, I did. I did indeed. But on video games, I'm behind. The last time that I was up to speed on... When I say up to speed, I mean like current. Was with a Super Nintendo back in like... What was that? Was that like 1994 or something? Is that when Super Nintendo came out? I was fortunate enough to have an original NES when it came out. I had like 30 games or something for that. I like the Mega Man series. I still like the Mega Man series if I were to sit down and play a game. There are some other original NES. I enjoyed the Mario series. I still like Mario games. That is to say, like, 2D platformer Mario games. Even the 3D platformer Mario games. And then I got an SNES when it came out. I liked Metroid a lot. Metroid remains one of my favorite IPs. So like I said, I had an SNES. I didn't have that many games for that one. By that point, I was, I believe, in high school? Question mark? So I was just not spending as much time on games. I still liked them, just less time. And that just, dropped off. When I went to college, that's when the N64 came out. And some of the guys in my dorm had N64s, so we would play, like, oh my goodness, a lot. We would play probably too much. We used to play Mario Kart and Bond, GoldenEye. Those were really popular games. So there was always at least 2 people were there playing, if not the full 4. But I never had an N64. Years later, probably like 5 to 10 years later. 5 to 10 years later, I did get an N64. By that point, it was old, and there was already like the GameCube and the Wii came out, which and then years after that, I got a Wii. I have a Wii downstairs. But, I don't really have time for it. When I do sit down and I play a game, I generally enjoy it. If I picked a game I wanted to play and I play it, I like this. This game. But I just don't have the sheer minutes in the day. So I like video games, but I don't play much. But I do know that a Switch 2 just came out. I was considering getting one of those just for the sake of, like, all right, this is my chance to be up to speed with, or current rather, with games. Because there are some games I would like to play, but I never had a platform for. So I don't know. That's a lot of me saying what's happening with, when I see Thomas say that he's been gaming a lot this week. It's like, here's me talking for about 5 minutes. I'm going to talk whatever I want to talk about it, and then I'm going to turn over and look at what you said. That's good. That's what you call a good host. Thomas says that he watches streamers. Dude, I watch Ryukar. Do you know Ryukar? I love watching his streams. For anyone who doesn't know, you can find Ryukar pretty easily. He has 3 YouTube pages, and it's just RYUKAHR, I believe. There's a possibility that I swapped the H and the A there, but Ryukar. He plays these games in Mario Maker 2. I pronounce it Mario. Everybody else says Mario. I always say Mario. Somehow I learned Mario back when it was the old NES days. Super Mario. I don't know why I seem to be the only person who pronounces it that way. Anyway, Ryukar does these like impossibly difficult Super Mario Maker 2 games where anyone around the planet just makes a Super Mario level, and they sometimes make ordinary levels that are just kind of fun to run through. But there's a whole culture of people who make these really, really difficult levels. Sometimes they're just stupid troll levels where it's like you're minding your business and something jumps out and kills you and you never would have known unless... Sometimes they're troll levels like that, but more typically they're like just genuinely difficult levels. Very, very difficult. Like 0 people on Earth have ever beat this level difficult. And Ryukar just plays those. And he's awesome. I love watching. I probably watch this stuff like every single day. Maybe there's some exceptions to that, but I probably watch something of his on a daily basis. I still got to get caught up on everything that Thomas is saying in response to me connecting about the topic of video games. The Last of Us. Thomas says The Last of Us. The game of the decade. Warheart says, I'm an OG Metroid fan. Yes. Yeah, I love Metroid. Metroid Prime it remains my favorite Metroid game, but I haven't played every Metroid game. Of the ones I've played, Metroid Prime is definitely the best. I got my Wii just so that I could play Metroid Prime. I got the trilogy. The other two Metroid Primes are good, and I am happy with them as a Metroid fan. But I understand why someone might like them less than the original Metroid Prime. They're a little more niche, a little more like you have to have some idea what's going on a little bit. But yeah, I love Metroid. If I do wind up getting the new platform, the Switch 2 that just came out, I'm definitely going to get like every Metroid game that I haven't played yet. Whatever came out for the other platforms after the Prime. Because there was another Metroid that came out for the Wii. I think it was called Other M. Don't quote me on that. But that was, I didn't like that game at all. And I think there seems to be a common opinion of that as well. It's difficult to control. It's way too guided. It's very much like press A to win. But at the same time, the controls are difficult because it's, this weird perspective. It's not a good... I wasn't really happy with it. I kind of enjoyed playing it because it's a Metroid. It's wearing a Metroid skin. It's wearing a Metroid face. But it's not a good game. I understand though that there were other Metroid games that came out since then. I don't know them though. If you're wondering whether I got that in the garbage, the answer is yes. 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 Still getting caught up on the chat. I see Thomas was saying he's guilty here too. I'm not sure if that means the Metroid or the following, where he says, I'm really keen on the SNES. Yeah, man. The original games, like, back from the 80s and 90s, the original, like, console games, the 8-bit games, the 16-bit consoles, those were awesome. That's when everything was, like, new, and you didn't know what to expect. Like, what do you mean a Mega Man game? Whereas today, it's like, welcome to Mega Man 9742. Here's another 8 bosses. But yeah, the NES, the SNES, those were the glory days. N64 really changed the landscape. I had a lot of brand loyalty for Nintendo. I didn't really branch out to PlayStation or Xbox. I have a PS2, but the thing broke. And I understand that that's not uncommon, that there's something about the laser in the PS2 that was commonly breaking, ? I'm not sure. But mine broke and I never got it fixed. I have like 2 or 3 games for the PS2 that I never played because it broke, and I'm a little sad. I think one of them was a Castlevania game. One of them was a Devil May Cry, I think it's called. Devil May Cry 3, ? I liked Shadow of the Colossus. I played that one. The play control was a little difficult for some of the Colossuses, but it was a cool, engaging experience. I liked Ico as well, the spiritual predecessor to Shadow of the Colossus. I had some Contra game as well, but I didn't really play that much because the thing broke. I forget what else I had for the PS2. I had Final Fantasy VII. I played that up to a certain point, and then I was like, I don't even know what's going on at this point. I was so deep in so many layers of story from so many characters. My team was like this unrecognizable roster of, I don't know, miscreants. I'm not even trying to describe it. I just got lost in it. It was like 30 hours deep, and I just stopped playing. I didn't have a sense of which direction was forward. I just gave up. Warheart says that he was always a console behind the times. Currently, no time to game. I have so many other things I'm doing, like keeping the lights on. Right. That's kind of where I am too with it. It's like I would love to, play another Zelda game. Zelda's another IP that I like a lot. I like most of the Zelda games I've played. The last one I played was the one that's where you turn into a wolf. There's another one for the Wii, the Skyward Sword. I have it, but I never played it. But I will, probably. I'm trying to think when I might do that. I'm currently on my Wii. I'm all the way at the end of, I think it's called Super Paper Mario. The Wii one, where you can turn like 2.5 dimensions, which is really dope. I love that idea. But I'm like all the way at the end of that one, and then I ran out of time. Just so many things were happening in my life. And when that happens, when like a lot of stuff starts colliding logistically, video games are definitely, for me, one of the first things to go. I'll do that later. So at some point I'm going to go pick up that Super Paper Mario game and be like, oh, what was going on? How do you control this? Still getting caught up on the chat. Thomas says, if I have the Wii, I should get Mad World. What's that? I've not heard of that before. What kind of game is it? Is that a platformer? Is that one of these, like, first person? Like Metroid Prime? Thomas is also suggesting that video games can be considered a creative outlet, a creative medium in a multimedia sense. I say right on to that, especially virtual reality. You know what I've never heard anybody talk about in the same conversation? That's virtual reality and AI. Why have I not heard anybody unite those two topics? Both of them have criticism that make people not, fully enthusiastically embrace them. Both virtual reality and AI. But they both represent these, like, nothing else on Earth is like them things. Virtual reality may have some room for improvement, but think of what it is. Same thing with AI. People have criticism for AI, but I find it extremely useful, even in its to the public, to the general public. AI has only been a thing for what, maybe a couple of years tops, that the general average person knows about AI. Couple of months, maybe a couple of years. It's brand new. Even in its most brand new state, it's so helpful. So my attitude is like, think about when virtual reality gets even more and more developed, more and more intuitive, more and more functional and realistic. And the same thing as AI becomes more and more improved, more and more developed. There's going to be some really awesome stuff coming. We just can't really anticipate it effectively or predict it. We don't really know what is coming, but something is coming. Warheart says AI thinks that reality, real reality, is virtual reality. Yeah, we have that whole philosophical discussion as well. AI operates in some kind of non-physical dimension. The AI runs on computers that have a physical, aspect to them. The computer, the physical computer, yes, that's physical. But the AI itself, the logic that's running, that logic, that isn't a physical thing. So yes, what AI trained on, data from reality, and in some cases, not reality, just made up stuff. There are AIs that are trained on things that are made up. But if we just say AI trained on, the internet, the public internet, from its perspective, it's just getting some kind of data representation of it. Of reality, that is. But then we have that argument of like, yeah, but that's on a different dimension. There's physical reality, that's one dimension. But data about reality is reality on the data dimension. Like, that's how it manifests there. So yeah, we have that philosophical question. What exactly is AI trained on? I'm comfortable going with the perspective, yeah, it's reality. The one-to-one correspondence I'm comfortable with. But I am open to making the distinction because it is technically different, and the two can diverge. The data about reality versus the reality itself. They can diverge, especially in the case of like input for AI, which can easily be manipulated by anybody who wants to. They could be like, all right, we're going to restrict that, we're going to overemphasize this, we're going to insert some things that are not real. And the AI is just getting trained on whatever they put in it. The AI doesn't know. To it, whatever its input is reality. Thomas clarifies from earlier and says Mad World is a violent but beautiful comic game. Mad World. Alright, I've never heard of it. I'd like to maybe see about it. Warhard also said that he is writing a punk rock opera of Super Mario. That would be really dope. I love when artists do that. When they cover Nintendo music. You ever seen those, like, the symphonic interpretation of various video game music? And sometimes they have this, like, really complicated, you know, modern platform advanced music that's easy to adapt as a symphony because it's already so rich. But sometimes they'll do as a full symphony, you know, The Legend of Zelda or something, the original NES. Those are always so fun. I always love going to those kind of like live music, but it's covers of video game music. There's a band that I've seen. Dang, what's their name? There's a band I like to see when they come through, and I missed them the last time they came through. I forgot what they're called. I wish I could tell you. But they're like a rock band. So it's not like they're playing 8-bit synthesizers. They're a rock band. But they play, you know, like original Castlevania and all of this. And they're dope. Their show is really good. Because they also have, while they're playing their music, they have another band member who speed runs the game that they're playing the music of. And they have it all like synchronized. So they'll start playing the boss music when he gets to the boss. Man, I wish I could tell you their name. Because they're totally worth, they tour, and they'd be worth checking out if they come near you. I wish I could tell you their name, dang. But what I also see right now is that we need to add another loop to this. We're overdue for another loop. So I'm going to see what's this final instrument here. With my very sinus right now, it's going to be an excellent performance. Let's get into it. Let's see how this one's going to sound. That's good. I'm pretty happy with how that one came out. Just playing with the tremolo a bit. friends, because right now, Steve has arrived. I see also Warheart was saying earlier that he doesn't want to use teleporters. Yeah, I'm not going to use teleporters. You never use a teleporter. A teleporter would have to kill you and then reassemble some matter on the other side that has the same, like, whatever information it's able to teleport over there. Whatever metadata about you that it teleports over there. Only information can be teleported. You can't teleport matter. You need a wormhole. Wormhole. If we have stable wormhole technology. Okay, now we're talking. That way, I step between 2 points in space that are connected, but I remain intact. Nothing about me is moving anywhere. Or being transported somewhere. Warheart says the vocals sound really cool. Alright, despite my sinus stuff and my big yawn I just did right there, I actually didn't sleep very well last night. You can probably hear that in my voice, that I'm a little like... I guess technically I'm under the weather. I am at the mercy of the weather right now. The weather has me pinned to the ground. I'm under the weather. So, alright. I'm glad it still sounded pretty good, though. Steve says, what about quantum entanglement? What about quantum entanglement? What about it? Do you mean, is that in reference to what I was saying earlier about how only information can be teleported? Is that what you're talking about? But that if you have some... When you say quantum entanglement, are you saying how, like, if some particle... What is it? I don't know what kind of particle it is that they've observed that if you spin it a certain way locally, that it has some corresponding very far partner that spins synchronously with it. And so because it's synchronous, you must conclude that information is not being sent, but rather it's some other mechanism that we don't seem to understand well, that the two are somehow like linked in a way or correspond in a way or somehow are the same thing in a way that we don't really have a good concept for. So anyway, is that what you're talking about? Warheart says he would go through a Stargate, but not a dilapidator teleporter. I don't know what a dilapidator teleporter is. But nonetheless, we're close to the making them, says Warheart. Uh-oh, is that good or bad? I didn't know about this. We're close to making some kind of teleporter? Of matter? Like teleporting matter? Are you serious? Like from the Fantastic Four movie, teleporting an egg across a room? Somebody did that? I'm very, very shocked and surprised if this is true. Warheart says teleport electrons. Yeah, that they've done. And that's what I'm talking about when I say information can be teleported. Electrons acting as a binary signal. that can be teleported, electrons, but not like, my tissues here. That, once we're on the level that like you and I recognize as humans, that we can detect with our senses, that level of matter, that, to my knowledge, that nobody's ever teleported that. You can't teleport matter like that. And in addition to all of this cool technology that we aspire to see, there's another thing that we all need. And in fact, this world needs. This world needs a hero. Warheart says, photons have no mass. I'm with it. Warheart is clarifying his dilapidator teleporter, being that it's a Star Trek style thing where they melt you, send the data, and reconstruct on the other side. Yeah, that's the thing I don't want. So it sounds like me and you, Warheart, are on the same page regarding our teleportation preferences. Steve says, by the way, are you able to hear me sneezing right there? Because my mic was still on. I just had to sneeze a couple times there. But Steve, not me sneezing, Steve says, we are on the cusp of so many things in so many areas of technology. The cusp that I think nobody saw coming was how AI can recognize possible advances. Like AI can generate ideas to test at a rate that is way beyond anything that anybody was anticipating. And apparently there's already, without being able to list off examples, I understand that there are advances in various sciences or medicines that AI suggested that turned out to be good, cures for this or that. So my expectation there is that we as a species will learn how to use and aim AI in a multitude of ways for a multitude of purposes. And one of them will be to generate possible scientific research to explore. And also to process the data. Because one of the issues with, this is a big topic that I'm about to open up here. One of the issues with science, or rather scientific research, is that it's very skewed. It's very skewed by who's doing the research, what they're focused on, what they expect to get. Even in the most wholesome, innocent, this person grew up wanting to be a scientist and is going to be the most honest, moral researcher ever. Her research is still going to be very biased. Just by her own psychological biases, what she's interested in, what she thinks might show up in the data. So that's the most innocent. There's like all sorts of bias in processing the data and drawing conclusions. But then it's not always so innocent. You know, it's like the tobacco company funded some research which showed that smoking is good for you. It's like, all right, most of the scientific research that we hear about is like pure bias. It's pure agenda. That's why you hear about it. So it's difficult to navigate all of that. Like, how do you know what's a trustworthy source? Also, I see that Steve brings up a comment similar to what I mentioned earlier in the stream. Steve says, "Oh man, I didn't mean to hijack the chat so that we're not hearing your music." Earlier, I brought that up. I was like, no, you should totally feel comfortable doing that, especially on a Tinkering in the Studio stream. The whole point of Tinkering in the Studio is more of like a hangout. So if there's chat going on, then it becomes a very chat-heavy, talkative stream. If there's not any chat going on, then I just do music. But if you have sincere things to share, then yeah, you should put stuff in the chat. That's very much encouraged, even requested, and rewarded. Warheart says, capitalism will not allow cures, only treatments. I don't have a direct refute for that, but I would challenge that is, an absolute situation. I think that general guideline would govern many interactions. But there is progress even beyond that, because capitalism benefits from progress also, in terms of cures. If there's a very effective cure, then a capitalist system still benefits from that. So you're right that there are systems in place right now that reward dependency on the system. That is true. But there is a bigger context than that I assert. I assert the existence of a larger context in which progress does occur. Warheart says, universities are deeply political. Oh my goodness. I do not intend to go into a political discussion, but yes, that's a fact. That is an objective fact that universities are highly political. And to bring it back to what I was saying earlier about scientific research, at least the scientific research we hear of, that we're told of, it's unfortunate because there's this like indoctrination to blindly believe something if it is presented as science, which I think is kind of just reflective of the era that humanity is in. That's probably bigger than universities, but it is unfortunate because, as I was saying earlier, most science is highly biased. There's actually a very low rate. It's like half or less or something. That half or less of the research that come out, you can reproduce the results, or they stand more than just like a year or two. So I guess to phrase that differently, half or more, well, I don't know what the exact percentage is, half or more of scientific research that comes out is either non-reproducible, meaning it wasn't really proper science, or it is proven wrong in like a year or two. Most scientific research that gets released has that kind of track rate. So I have a lot of respect for people who understand that Science is more like a way to empirically support or disprove a theory. And over the span of centuries, it produces reliable mechanical wisdom. That, I feel, is a very solid perspective on science. But some people try to make science into more than that. And that's a big mistake. They get frustrated and, you know, they don't understand this other thing. So yes, there's a lot of shortcomings in those areas in the modern zeitgeist, the way that people process information, the way they process reality, the way they process their experience in reality. There's a lot of dysfunctional bias that is currently reaching its limits. This World Needs a Hero says, the other day I only had 4 hours of sleep, and then my voice on the live stream was all Barry White. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of that right now. And I see we're at an hour and a half almost. We should probably wrap it up in the next couple of minutes. I'll go rest my voice. Maybe I'll lay down a little bit. I need to drink a lot of water. I think I'm dehydrated. I had like 7 or 8 glasses of water upon waking up. I think that's a pretty strong signal that I'm dehydrated. The weather has been very muggy and hot around here, so I'm probably doing a lot of dehydrating that I'm not even really conscious of. Steve says, I live my life believing that humanity will do the right thing and rid the world of things like cancer and other suffering for the greater good. I think that is true on the level of humanity. If we go to the level of like the creative, or I'm not creative, the collective, we like ascend up to the level of this collective thing of humanity that outlives any individual. On that level, yes, I agree with you that there is a force that propels actions and decisions and remembers and retains those actions and decisions that are positive like that contribute to the sustained, that sustain life, such as healing advancements, such as technological advancements. Those kinds of like forever moving forward that exists on the level of the species. Individuals have a lot of back and forth in that regard, but the species, the collective, even on the level of like yeah, I guess it's really on the species level. I was going to say on the level of like a family. Well, no, a family can deteriorate. Even on the level of a nation, well, I mean, nations do often deteriorate. So I think it might just be on the level of the human species. I'm not sure exactly what level it's on. But there is something that's just like this eternal, everlasting, it's always moving forward, and that thing remembers all the good, and it's just always getting more and more and more and more and more. And that's why we can talk about like everlasting or unending technological advancements and medical advancements and such. And that's the level where I agree with Steve, as Steve is saying, that humanity will do the right thing. On that level. Warhard continues what I was saying earlier. He says, if you see a phrase that says clinically researched, that doesn't really mean much. Yeah, I would agree. You have to see like who is saying it, what else is in that I don't know, paragraph, wherever you read that. What in particular was the expected outcome? Did they express anything anywhere about any kind of desired outcome? All of those things become a big bias. Was there data that they left out? Because that's a common practice. They're just like, oh, this doesn't quite fit. It's like, you can't just throw out data. I would be open to saying we're going to weight it differently, or we're going to consider it to be like a subcategory of something else, but you can't just not include something that is, far off of the best fit line. But apparently that happens. So yeah, everything is questionable. Who is doing it, why they're doing it, what exactly are their practices. You can't just blindly trust something because somebody puts the word science near it. And yet that is unfortunately a common practice these days. People are just ready to trust something. And they just put too much faith in science. I think it's intelligent to trust the scientific process, but it's foolish to blindly trust, the results of scientific research as brought to you through your news network. Warhart says, it sounds good though, it'll sell. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what we're told. We're told the thing that sounds appealing, the thing that sounds attractive, the thing that will result in this kind of reaction. Oh, people should get upset about this, right? Okay, let's show them this thing that will make them get upset about that thing. That's all you ever see from any kind of large broadcast source. The only thing that is revealed through such a source is something that is engineered with the most sophisticated engineering available for mind controlling you. To make you feel this way, to have this reaction, to have these thoughts. They're going to use these specific words in a specific way with this specific imagery. They're going to use this other subconscious stuff. It's all like very, very carefully engineered by the most sophisticated platforms on Earth. It's not like the news is, your uncle's home video from 1983 shot on a VHS camcorder. This is the most sophisticated people on Earth at mass broadcasting and such. Those are the ones who tell you what's going on with the latest research. They could show you a puppet show if they wanted to, and it would work. They could show you a puppet show made out of crayons. While the audio, while the audio was terrible, it's like, that one I question, but certainly they could show you a puppet show, made out of crayons. And they would know how to make it work to manipulate you, to live your day-to-day, and to have the opinions that they want you to have. But they don't do that, because people would catch on to that. So they got to do it in a way that is very, very plausible and subtle. But it's all telling you what to think. It's all spun. It's not objective as they claim it is. But people hear the word science and then they start thinking it's objective. It's really tragic. I mean, it's straight up tragic. This is going to be seen as a form of a dark age in future centuries. People are really fooled. when I say fooled, I don't mean to say like, oh yeah, all these other fools, those are the ones who are fooled, but I see clearly. I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say we are so inundated with information that no one knows. Nobody knows anything. Everything is so filled with spin and so heavily biased and so motivated and so everything. Nobody knows anything. But people have this persistent delusion. Or is it a delusion? This isn't exactly a delusion. Hallucination is more what it is. People have this persistent hallucination that they have a grasp on like what's really going on. They're like, no, I understand clearly. I heard the word science mentioned, and then I just shut off all critical thought and believed whatever came next. And I'm not trying to say that whatever came next was wrong. I'm saying it has no credibility. It might be completely true, but it's not credible. You don't know what you're listening to. You don't know who put that there. You don't know anything about it. It might be completely 100% accurate, and you can't trust the message. You can't trust the delivery, the mechanism through which it was delivered to you. Here's a hot take. Here's something you're not going to hear many people say. Science is best applied on the local micro scale. In other words, the scientific process is best understood as a tool for you to manage and navigate your own life most effectively. Because you are a population of, infinitesimal improbability. There's only one of you in all of eternity. So there is no documentation anywhere regarding what's going to work for you. You have to do this trial and error process to figure out what is most effective, what maximizes your everything. That's what science is. It's a process of testing things and seeing what you can throw away. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, throw that away. And just keep going forward with what you think might be true. That's how you live life. Science is best applied on the local scale. Science is not necessarily what's meant for, your main belief system for all of reality. We can also make some nice machines thanks to science. I also see that 1000 a.m. is with us, simultaneously streaming. Apparently they're streaming this stream on their stream. Stream Inception. Watching you live on our live. 1000 a.m. they do 4 hours? Every Sunday they do a stream where they just improvise a ton of songs, a ton of music, including rap. There's like live drum set, guitar, and all this. That's 1000 a.m. Warheart says that he's got the solution. He knows where to get his news, art, and intelligent culture. All from Lamb Chop's Play Along. So now we're talking. Warheart also has some logistical pushback. He said, listen, when it comes to all the science in the world, I don't have all the time to collide my own, collide my own hadrons? Okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah, there's definitely some outsourcing. That's where we get the nice machinery. But as a process, the scientific process, not scientific knowledge, not scientific anything, just the process. It's good for a strategy for you to evolve yourself by experimenting with life and figuring out what makes your boat float. That's the scientific process. So it's effective in that context. trying to change the conversation. He's like, what's that microphone user right there? This is just a Shure SM58. I think that's what it is. Just like the SM58. The standard stage mic. This is what I always use. As I was saying though, friends, because I am having a bit of a sinusy day, and I also didn't really sleep well last night, we are at the point, we are coming to a close at this time, my friends. Let's curtail all of this great conversation and music making, even though I really would like to keep going with this. This is the kind of tinkering stream I like the most. For me, I like this the most. I want like a lot of conversation, a lot of like getting into maybe even a little controversial, but somewhat heavier topics. That's like, I want to do that like every time. Maybe I should make a 5th type of live stream where it's like, come here with your controversial takes and your heavy topics. I will talk about them. Good news, I will just be saying my perspective on all of it though. That's all I will be vocalizing. But anyway, I love this kind of stuff. So this is an awesome stream today. We got a nice beat out of it. Man, this is just... what an awesome use of our time this has been. I hope to see you in the next live stream. In spite of this great beat we hear right now. By the way, please like this video. Please subscribe. I could use some subs. I hope to see you in the next live stream. My regulars know that we have a variety of flavors of live stream here on Reconsider His Music Sketchpad. On this live stream, we're in the lower right. We had a tinkering in the studio, no holds barred, looping, synth, talking about whatever. All of that's on the table. Join us for tinkering in the studio. In the lower left, we have unspoken. That's where it's only music. That's where I come on to place and I do the loopers and the synthesizer, but no talking at all. Great for your instrumental needs. Join us for unspoken. In the upper left, we got loops and chill. That looks like this really well put together, rehearsed performance, but nope, it's all improvised from start to finish. 4 or 5 beats over the course of an hour. I never heard any of it before, but I play the whole thing like a fully put together song. Join us for loops and chill. In the upper right, we got 505 beat making. I make a beat. I show you what the magician does behind the scenes. How did I make the beat? How did I make that sound? Join us for 505 beat making. You'll love it if you love those technical details. And until then, my friends, until then, please have a very good rest of your day today. Please let the rest of your day today bring you all manner of renewed hope and possibility. Please experience healing today, the likes of which you did not expect. Please experience rest and rejuvenation. Please let the rest of your day today bring you to entirely new levels of what you could ever have imagined for yourself. Everything you thought was possible, let all of that be expanded today. Let yourself have this entirely new sense, this brand new sense of who you could be, who you could become, what you could live, what kind of experiences are available for you. Let all of that be expanded today, and I will see you in the next Reconsider It live stream.